Why don't we speak next to, oh, I don't know. Why don't we go to our friend Bitdefender from Cancun? Bitdefender, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me just fine?
Yes.
Hey, David. I was listening to an episode of yours earlier this week with Mr. Coleman Hughes. And you mentioned this idea in which people have to play dirty to move forward. You know how in certain circumstances we have to bend or break the rules
Yeah, I
to
didn't.
get something done.
To be clear, what I said was there are people who argue that to achieve real change, you have to play dirty and break rules. I wasn't necessarily asserting it myself on any particular issue, but I was proposing it as a thought element for the conversation.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Good.
And I know you don't necessarily espouse that idea.
Okay.
And I wanted to expound a little bit on why you wouldn't want to espouse that, because I don't think you mentioned it in depth in that segment. But ultimately, it all boils down to it is precisely this attitude which allows, while we may say, well, we're doing some maniacal evil for a greater good, the same logic gets perverted to, defend a greater good for myself in exchange for a greater hurt for the rest of the world, I guess.
Let me see
A
if
bit
I
of this
understand what you're
idea.
saying. Let me see if I can summarize what you're saying. You're saying the problem with justifying breaking rules or laws in order to achieve a particular outcome, if you evaluate that the outcome is worthwhile, is that once you open that door, next thing you know, you're saying, well, maybe murder is okay to justify a good outcome, or maybe raping and pillaging of an entire village or whatever you're saying that it's a slippery slope of sorts. Once we say, well, you can decide whether these are laws that should be broken to achieve a goal, you've kind of entered an area that lends itself to all sorts of different justifications.
Yes, that's exactly right. And the problem is precisely more than the slippery slope argument. It's more of a, well, they are willing to play the long game and take tiny steps
Yeah.
to achieve those goals, while we are usually, we have a mind of we need to make big changes for the world to be a better place.
That's an
And
interesting
yeah,
idea. Yeah. I mean, the problem is that there really are sometimes laws that are unjust. And I'm not talking about murder, right? But there are sometimes laws that are unjust when it comes to protesting or being heard in different ways, that sort of that type of thing. So I think that's the difficulty of it. Bitdefender, I have to ask, where are you calling from? Because not only are you echoey, there was like a speakerphone announcement a couple minutes ago.
I'm so sorry. It's just part of the job in a police station.
Oh, you're in a
Things
police
happen.
station. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry
I'll
about
have to
that. But yeah,
visit
that's
next
that's
time.
basically
Next
it,
time I'm
David.
in Cancun, I'll have to visit the police station and see what you're up to.
The tourism police station, particularly. Yeah,
Tourism
you're
police.
free to come anytime.
Beautiful. All right, Bitdefender, thank you for the call.
Thank you, David.
All right, there's Bitdefender from Mexico. Always great to hear from him.